I have no makeup on today, but I think my skin looked decent enough for no makeup today. So, ooh, what's that? Hi everyone. So the camera's a little higher up today because I'm wearing a bralette under the shirt, so it's not that much support. So yeah, today we're doing a to reaction, which is to this group. I think it's called Cheryl or CherryBelle or something like that. And it's a two-parter because they have two recommendations back to back. So first we're reacting to CherryBelle's Dilema, and then we're also going to be reacting to CherryBelle Malam Minggu dance practice. So let's just get right into this. Oh wow, okay. So this is that came out in 2019. It looks very much like an early 2000s song. Yeah, it feels very 2000s. Wow, 2000s. Okay, so at the bottom, I think these are meant to be their names. Let me know if I'm right or wrong, because I'm unsure what those are meant to represent. The sound also doesn't match the video. Is this meant to be an old song that was like re-uploaded? Because that's what it looks like. This is like a nostalgia song. It feels like something I could have heard before. It's cute. I'm doing some research in the background of this video. There's no way this... Okay, so this is like an upbeat version of the song. This was directly linked to me by someone who requested the song. This looks to be a fan page if I'm not wrong. I think this is a fan page, just because in parentheses it says upbeat version, which means they probably sped up the song, which is why most of the time it doesn't align to the vocals. So it makes me wonder what the original version sounds like. Okay, so this might be a 3-song kind of video. I mean, I don't mind the upbeat version, it's pretty good. But I really want to be able to watch it in comparison to the original, just because I feel like the original will give me more G-Friend vibes. This gives me like cross-speed vibes with the upbeat version, so I want to hear it at like a more slowed down normal pace to be able to compare that a little bit. I will say the vocals are also really good, like they're pretty strong. Most of the girls have at least an individual looking face, like I can probably distinguish most of the members, even though they have a lot of like the same hairstyle and hair color. It's also a very high song, so if you don't like very high pitched girly songs, you'll probably hate this song. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's like downpouring outside right now, so please ignore that if you do. Yeah, this is such like early SNSD G-Friend vibes. Like it gives me like OGG vibes, and well, OGG I mean like G by SNSD plus Crossbeat by G-Friend. Okay, now let's go watch the original, which is under a page called Cats Records. I don't want this ad. This came out in 2018, and this is the original. It has 8.9 million views. It came out March 2nd, 2018. If this is still not the correct version, I'm sorry. I'm just going based off of what the requester linked and what I just found off of Google to compare them. So this version is like 30 seconds longer. Okay, yeah, it is much slower. The intro makes me think of a very used anime and like SNSD type, not SNSD, it's a very utilized intro piece for K-pop groups, because I've heard it for a specific girl group but I can't place it. I'm not sure if it's Wagishna or like SNSD or if it's G-Friends. Ooh, the girl that was on the previous screen looked a lot like, her outfit looked a lot like a Snow White inspired piece with the blue top and yellow skirt. Okay, it's actually nice watching it with the original speed. I do like that the edited version had a slightly faster chorus kind of speed. I think the speed of this version works well for the choruses, but maybe if they had a sort of chorus that went up in speed and then like decreased when they went back to the new verses, it would have been nicer just to have a more wow moment in the song instead of having the entire song too fast or like too slow like this. Their lip singing is still not too on point in this version. For some reason this gives, I don't know what language this is first and foremost, but it gives me a lot of vibes of like if you were into a lot of like sweet like J-pop, this would probably be a group that you'd like because it has the same kind of vibe and sound of the songs, especially in terms of the girls dancing as well, because they have very minimalistic dancing. They don't show it a lot on screen, and it's like something that I imagine a J-pop would do. If it is J-pop, then I'm smart, but I don't think it's J-pop. Sorry I'm like talking so much. I also really like the black dresses. The shorts, I feel like they're slightly unfitting, so I don't really like them that much. With the tops, I feel like if the shorts were nicer, the tops would have looked so much better with it. But the dresses are really beautiful and simplistic. Ooh, I like that orchestral piece that comes in on the back. It's not too much like orchestral, but it's like more poppy version of it, which I really enjoy hearing. I wish they had more of that throughout the song because that could have been really interesting. Yeah, I feel like this last part has a lot of pieces in it that I like the most. They're more so like the little bell, the little orchestral kind of instrumental was really nice to hear. I think if they utilized more of that, it would have been nicer. In terms of that, I think this version of the song works better. I would only say the upbeat version works in cases of like the the first and second time they do the chorus, having kind of like a gradual increase in the song and then have a gradual decrease back into like a slower speed. That would have been really, really nice to hear. Sorry I'm like talking so much in this reaction. I watched one of my old reactions and I hate how quiet I used to be in reactions, so I'm trying to like talk through my ideas. I think my family's home, meaning someone will try opening the door soon. We love that. So I do like the scenes. The scenes are very simplistic. I feel like they're a little too like pastel. I wish there was more of like maybe a solid color so my eyes weren't like all over the place too much. As I said, I like the individual outfits and I like the black dresses. I don't really like the shorts with the white top just because I feel like the shorts are not that flattering. I feel like those sneakers that were like green and gray were like a ad probably for Skechers, because I had those shoes when I was in 6th grade from Skechers, which I don't like Skechers anymore. But anyway, we're moving into the dance practice. This is a 7-minute long dance practice, so I'm gonna just skip through this part where they're just kind of talking into the dance practice. Alright, 1 minute, 16 seconds. Okay. Oh, you sure? Okay, so this is very mature. This is a completely different perspective. This video was shot June 12, 2015. This is also a fan page. Are these the same girls? Is this like a generational kind of group? Because this does not feel or look like the same group to me. I mean, maybe like 2-3 of them, but the rest don't remind me. I'd love to do like a timeline on this group and like how it's distinguished. Is that an accordion? It's so weird. I do like that they're doing a little bit more detail in the choreography. It's still very simplistic. Like, I wish they were doing more, but they are doing more in this one than they did in the previous one. They aren't super synchronized. I think they're decently synchronized. I wish they were a little bit more, but they're not that bad. Especially since this is a kind of dance practice video. Oh, she's pretty. Yeah, the girl in the front at the moment is really pretty. Ooh, I like that. It's a very simplistic movement, but with so many members, it made it very elegant, which I enjoyed looking at. Oh, I like her voice. It's very different from everyone else's voice. This girl reminds me of like a Hispanic singer. Okay. New fringe. Oh wow, that's very colorful hair. I think I liked her better in the black and white. Just because it made her look more uniform with the group. Now that there's color, it's like very like stand out. I think this hair would only make sense if she's like center. If she's not a center, then it makes no sense. you know what could also this could also be? This could also just be like a cover group. Because they don't really remind me of the other group, so I'm wondering, is this the group or is it like a different? Interesting. Okay, and then this is an introduction scene. I think I like Nani. And I'm not trying to find that member with the very cool voice. I like this girl. I can't say her name. Kazia? Okay, Angel, that was an intro. Is Angel the girl that I like the most in terms of vocal? Okay, their choreographer, interesting. Oh, okay, he's a character.
Ready, set, go.
Wow. Okay, so that was CherryBelle. There's a lot of moving parts in this reaction. I need to collect my thoughts for a second because I'm overwhelmed. The girls' names I said at the end, I really like. I'm not sure if Angel's the girl that I said I really liked her vocal, or if it was one of the girls that sang a little earlier. I think it's her just because of the way her bangs look. You can check me in the comments if you want. In the first video, I think the one that I like the most is the one that reminded me of like the Snow White kind of outfit, just because she reminded me of Snow White with that outfit. In terms of songs, these aren't songs that I would normally gravitate to. I think if they were playing in the background, I wouldn't be like, ugh, and like switch. You know, I like let it play. But I don't know if this is a song that I'm gonna actively click for. This group gives me way like 2000s, like very early K-pop, and then like the second video, which is still confusing me if it's the same group or a different group because they look so different. And it's like reminding me of like, I would say when Stellar was very popular, when Hello Venus was very popular, that's what this kind of era, this look, this dance, this like kind of singing reminds me of. So it feels like their music, their songs from what I can gather were between like 2015 and like now. So those are like very recent, but they're doing music that was very like early 2000s, which is weird to watch. So when I watch it, I think I'm watching like a video that came out in like the early 2000s, but when I look at the date, it's like very recent, like it was like 5 years ago or 4 years ago or 2 years ago, which is like a weird dynamic to me. But yeah, so in terms of this, there wasn't any like scenery. I think the dancing is okay. I like the dancing better than the video for Dilema. Also, my family saw me screaming. We love that. If you guys hear that, sorry, my mom just got home and she's on the phone and she doesn't have a thing I call a normal voice. If you guys have parents like that, then you understand what I mean by a normal voice, because my family, they all have screaming voices and I have talking voice. Can you imagine the conversations? I need to stop doing this. What is this? But anyway, that's all for today's reaction. Next reaction is going to be Crystals. And I'm really excited for this one just because I see the thumbnail and it looks so good and I'm so excited to get to it. And yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.